Well, aloha and welcome to All Good Things in All Good Time, where it is always a great day to be alive. I like to say that to myself just because when I hear myself say it, then I start thinking it. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is a quick one. I'm on a road trip in Northern California. Just attended my mom's funeral services yesterday. And I found two places on the same night. Wednesday night, out in Lucas Valley, where I grew up, where there used to be a gas station. The old Exxon gas station is now the Big Rock Deli, whatever. And they serve beers, and they have an open mic comedy Wednesday nights at 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna go there and do that. And then 4 hours later, at the Roaring Donkey in Petaluma, they have another open mic night. So I'm gonna go there and do that. I'm gonna do two open mic comedy nights the same night. And I'll do two different sets of jokes. So there will be no two similar jokes in both sets. So that'll be a fun little, academic challenge. Not really, because I got a lot of jokes to talk about. And there's constantly new ones happening. But I just wanted to let everybody know that, just in case there might be one person that might go see me. Anyway, that would be exciting. I've never had anybody go see me perform that wanted, that was their purpose. So, and it's always interesting. Open mic nights are just a crapshoot. You never know how many minutes you're gonna get, and every audience is a little different too. Anyway, so that's that. I'm in Marin County. I'm going to go to San Francisco. Maybe I'll film some stuff there. The Exploratorium is a special place. Probably try to cover that. The ferry ride over is a great tourist hot tip. Marin County is the last bastion of the Bay Area that is safe. So what you do is you park your car in Marin where it's safe, and then you get on a boat and you take it across. It's public transit. It's like $12, and it's the most beautiful ride ever. Go by San Quentin, go by Alcatraz, a ride across the bay, right damn near under the Golden Gate Bridge. It's just amazing, beautiful. And it drops you off right at the end of a long strip, right where the Embarcadero 1 is, but that's also like if you just start heading down the block, you run into Pier 39, Fisherman's Wharf, Ghirardelli Square, the Wax Museum, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Good Crab, and so on. So that is what we're going to do tomorrow. So that'll be great. I wish I could keep my daughter here for a couple more days, but her mom insists she's flying home tomorrow, so we had to buy an extra plane ticket to fly her home tomorrow. Wednesday, but that makes it simple for me to do the comedy. Anyway, back to the fire. On the subject of the fire, something I forgot to mention. There's this great interview with a family that is very special to Lahaina. The Lindsay family, Ikolu Lindsay, is interviewed on German public broadcasting station, DW. It's a nice 13-minute interview. And he is one of the right guys to be talking to, because he just is a special guy, special family. And I don't know if you remember or heard the story of me telling you when my high school buddy came in to port with the Navy's newest destroyer, Lieutenant Matt Mackay, and all the officers allowed my canoe club, Lahaina Canoe Club, to take them all out paddling, 35 guys. And Buffalo Weaver, my former boss 28 years ago, my son's current boss at the time, was the president of Lahaina Canoe Club and the general manager of Leilani's. And so he hooked up a killer buffet for those guys, right? Anyway, and then in that story, there's this crazy situation where my friend Mike Budin thought, I'm gonna go for it, and he just jumped off the bow of the ship. Something every soldier wished they could do, And so or seamen, I guess. That doesn't sound like a good name for a guy, but yeah, I guess Navy men are seamen. Um, so yeah, so Mike Budin jumps off this ship. Anyway, Mike and Ikolu are good friends, Lindsay, and in this interview, for just a brief minute, you see covers on a sailing canoe that's parked. He lives right on the ocean, right on the beach. And there's a big 6-man canoe, but there's also a little sailing canoe right on Ikolo Lindsay's property that looks like it's intact, which is cool. Because that is Mike Budin's, the guy that jumped out the ship. That's his canoe stored at Ikolo Lindsay's house. And it's just a small world, and it's nice to see journalists finding the right people to interview. You know, that's basically what they're doing when they're, talking to someone like Ikolu Lindsay. So that was noteworthy and interesting, and that's on YouTube. You'll see that. David Lunning Band, he's got this NPR Desk competition song out there, a brand new posted video on YouTube. It's also got a lot of great songs on YouTube that have really not totally been discovered. He was once on American Idol. Just a great kid too. I mean, he's 37. He's not really a kid, but he's a great guy, and he's influenced by John Prime. And if you don't know this, Stephen Colbert's favorite musician is John Prime. He passed away from the pandemic, got COVID, and I feel like, which is an expression I don't really like to hear or say, but I feel like it's the perfect thing for Stephen Colbert to discover this young man's music, because I think he would want to have him on his show. And I know Stephen Colbert, if he loves John Prime, would love this guy. And then, I also mentioned Sally the Wonder Dog and Shauna E. McHugh's book to Stephen Colbert, because that would be a great person to interview. Great story. That lady writing this book out of the ashes of the fire. While everyone else is crying, she somehow gets herself together, writes a kick-ass children's book, publishes it with Oprah Winfrey's money on Amazon. And it's just a really positive story out of this fire, which, there's one thing I should be talking about. It's things like that are positive, motivational, inspirational. What else? I'm going to hopefully go tomorrow night to show you the greatest West Coast pizza in the world. It is La Coco's Pizza. And it's really interesting. Yes. Can you give me a minute? Yeah. Okay. Do you need a towel?
I need my nice towel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is this it? No. Yeah. This is it?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Shit. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. La Coco's Pizza. La Coco's Pizza is as good as any New Jersey pizza. It's as good as any New York pizza. It is one of the greatest pizzas ever made, the La Coco brothers. Now, here's an interesting side note. Years ago, in the 80s, I think, when Boboli pizza crusts came to market, turns out they had stolen La Coco's recipe, I think, for their dough. Although it's still a different experience. When you get a La Coco's pizza fresh, it's still 100 times better than a Boboli, which is a great way to build a pizza at home. Nevertheless, Boboli paid the La Coco brothers something like $1 million, if I remember correctly, like 35 years ago. So that's a good story about a great pizza. It's in Terra Linda, right next to Scotty's Market, provided Scotty's Market is still there. I haven't really been around these parts lately for a while. So that's cool. That's going to be a video. But yeah, so Roaring Donkey Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, open mic night. I'm going to be getting on stage there, hopefully. Never know what you're going to encounter, maybe. There's too many people, or the person in charge, the decider, is a weirdo. You just never know. That's the crapshoot that is open mic stand-up comedy, which is why I really want to open my own place, because it just kind of sucks. I need a stage I can do an hour. on, you know, and instead of one there, I'm doing 4 minutes and getting kicked off. It's just like, which joke do I choose to do? Anyway, what else? I don't know. We're at the one affordable place in Marin. I think tomorrow night we'll try to get a nicer place, but it's $85 in Marin County. It's pretty good. There's nothing in Maui that's $85. Yeah. Oh, my daughter and I got a pedicure together. If you're a real man, you should not be afraid to get a pedicure, especially if you're a guy that works his ass off on his feet. It's not about getting your nails done. You don't get nail polish. They'll offer it. You say no. You're there for the foot rub, the foot scrub. They massage your feet. They scrub them. They take care of your calluses. I mean, it is a job that is, it's, can't believe anyone, I feel guilty subjecting these sweet ladies to my terrible feet. But if you don't know a good time, if you have any women in your family, tell them you'll volunteer to go with them and get a basic pedicure, because that's a good time is what that is. I tell you what, my feet look new again, sort of. I mean, they're still ugly. What else? Gee whiz. I don't know. This is what's going on. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything I can tell you? Oh, yeah, that waterfall. So I just posted a video. There's no words. It's just a waterfall. But that is a spot. My whole childhood was spent in that area, in that place. Right above that waterfall is this special place my friends and I discovered. Actually, Jim Riley discovered it when he was 10, and then he showed it to me. It's called, we call it the Hidden Valley. It's like just these huge rocks and boulders. It's like a mini Yosemite just above that amazing waterfall. So I will ultimately be making a video there. Also at the top of those hills. I didn't think my daughter would maybe want to go all the way to the top, so we didn't try that. But I'm gonna have a day or two. I might go up there with my camera. That is one, if not my favorite place on earth, is the view, the top of the Lucas Valley Hills. You can see all of Mount Tam. You can see the East Bay. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge. You can see out towards the ocean. It's just, you can see all of Novato. It's really special. So maybe I can get that done. Oh, we were out. I couldn't film because I had no batteries. My batteries died, but we ate dinner tonight in Nicasio at the Rancho Nicasio. I recommend that. It is not very busy there, and the food was good, and it is the most beautiful little town. There's a video of it actually about 500 videos ago, where I show the volunteer fire department, the Rancho Nicasio. There's this church that's so beautiful, tiny little church right there. There's this old schoolhouse built in the 18 I don't know what's, and then the town square is a baseball field. It's just the most, and it's where, and no one even knows who this guy is anymore. It's so crazy. But yeah, it's where it was. Jerry Garcia's last home was up in the Nicasio Valley, just 2 miles up the road. And also 2 miles up the road is where George Lucas moved to. It was already Lucas Valley, and built the Skywalker Studios. And there's redwood trees everywhere. And that's where he filmed the sequences with the Ewoks through the redwoods. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, these are the videos I'll be making in the next couple of days, and then I'll get back to Lahaina Town. And and I just got word housing, and I imagine I'm sort of in the same boat as a lot of other people. Housing people called or sent me a message saying they're ready to have a meeting with me at the property. And then I'm not gonna be able to move in right away, but we need to get through that process. They gotta meet us, show us the property, and then they gotta go do their paperwork for another week or whatever, and then we get to move in. But progress is being made. My son and I should have a kitchen pretty soon, which will be really good for my big belly. It's so sad. I lie down in this tub. I can't even, if I lie flat on the bottom of the tub, My belly's so big the water doesn't even eclipse, won't cover it. It's funny and it's not healthy. So yeah, I really got to get on that. This institutional living, getting 3 free meals a day, being trained like a dog to like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, time to eat. It's noon, time to eat. It's 6 o'clock, time to eat. Like, and you know, when you don't prepare your own food, you know, it's not quite as potentially healthy as it might be if you were preparing your own food. So anyway, this is my cheap little hotel room, 2 queen beds. The cool thing is the water in Northern California in general, almost everywhere, is really good. The foothills of the Sierras, where I was recently at, is all really good. Marin County's got great water, especially, and we just had all this fresh water rain, so all the reservoirs are full. Hey, here's a question. For drought mitigation, why don't we create a system where we help people all get their own storage tanks, 500-gallon storage tanks, and everyone that wants it or can have it, a backyard, right? Okay. Maybe 1,000-gallon storage tanks, whatever. Maybe 5,000-gallon storage tanks, right? And then when there's just insane water, right? Rain that there is too much of, rain that will just all go out to the ocean, that's fine, or into the ground. What if we just said, hey, we're going to make all water free. We're going to take the cost of water away so you can all fill up your 500-gallon, your 10,000-gallon backyard water tanks, right? Which, like when the reservoirs are filling, right, and they get full, we can't store any more of that water. So let's get people to just hoard it, you know, that week, fill everything up, let more rain come, and that'll help empty the reservoirs so that we can fit more rain in there and then have a better plan for the future. And it's really stupid for any or all the states that do it, the ones that prohibit water catchment. You politicians got your head so far up your ass that allow that to happen or perpetuate it. If you don't correct that soon, you're just stupid, all right? That's how not to prepare for the future. Anyway, all right. And if you're a contractor, I got a business idea for you. Design your own bulletproof shed, you know, the 200-mile-an-hour shed, so that every guy who has a wife and kids, when a tornado or a hurricane or 160-mile-an-hour random winds, which happen, come, you got a place to take your family and wait it out, right? You just need a super solid square shed or circular. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to build one of those things, but I'm sure there's contractors out there that could imagine and then build simply a shed that was damn near indestructible, that would protect and save lives. So what a great product to sell. I could sell that all day long if I could build it. Anyway, that's just a business idea for all you contractors. All right. If you're thinking about doing harm or crime, don't do less. Oh, sorry, I can't hold this very well. Don't put shit up your nose. Don't snort shit. Same thing. Don't pop pills. Stay away from violent people, the wrong relationships. Don't gamble. Don't buy into any of this bullshit advertising getting shoved down your throat. Don't buy lottery tickets when you're at the gas station. That's just gambling shoved down your throat every time you buy gas. Keep your money, invest it, do good things with it. Give it to your kids instead. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Aloha.